So tell me, what do the cards reveal? What's the truth they conceal? She's the high priestess with the key to every question that's haunting me. A lover's heart or a warning from the past. In the tyrant's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place. In the tarot's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place. The moonlight glows, the veil is thin. Lunar affinity will call again. Thanks for walking in the light, where guides whisper pure insight. Until we meet, the cards will wait. Mystic whispers guide your fate. With every message our spirits send, for cosmic dreams our souls transcend. Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Happy Thursday. Sweeter says, had a long day. You'll catch me tomorrow. Oh, wait. So are you saying you're donating tonight and you'll catch me tomorrow? Or are you just telling me you'll be back tomorrow? Brittany, yes, you are first. First after the free list. So, sweetheart, just a reminder that I don't do like legal questions and things. And I know this isn't like directly a legal question, but it does have to do with the court system and things. So I'll pull a card and we'll see what it says. It's just not really questions I'm comfortable with. It looks like a yes for Sweeter. We have Temperance and the Magician. So you're working something out. You're using your power to work something out here. Boss Lady. Boss Lady, I am getting a no. 8 of Swords. Serenity. Serenity, I'm getting a no. 5 of Cups. Hey, Shopaholic, welcome in. Hey, Jazz, welcome in, girl. Sweeter, so are you going to bed
And you're gonna get your reading tomorrow? Is that what you're saying to me? Oh, you're welcome. All right, this is for Amy. I'm getting a no, 8 of Cups. Something about him not getting on Instagram very often, girl. I don't know what that is, but that's coming through again. Okay, sweeter. Yeah, I will definitely be live tomorrow. Maybe earlier in the night if I can swing it. So you'll be first on that pre-order list, okay? Sleep tight. Oh, I can imagine. Sorry, Amy. You're welcome, Amy. At least you can't take it personally. Hood Mystic. Pisces came back again. Is he genuine? I'm getting a no. 5 of Wands. Fake. Are me and my twin flame coming into alignment and close to reunion? No. Bake. 5 of Swords. Lots of no's tonight, guys. I don't know what's going on with that. I gotta say, every person on their own journey, but I feel like twin flames are overrated, to be honest. I feel like twin flames are just too complicated. You want to find someone who resembles a twin flame in all of the ways, but isn't like a twin flame to you. You want like a soulmate, because that's just less headache. Intentions are clear. Love is easy. Love is simple. There's a deep well of happiness. Like, yeah. All right, this is for Emily. Emily, I am getting a yes for you, the Fool. Joanna. I have a yes for Joanna. 8 of Wands, High Priestess. Thank you all for liking the live stream. I appreciate that very much. Thank you so much for doing that without me having to say anything. It means a lot to me when you guys just go ahead and do that. I've noticed that happening a lot this week, and I just really appreciate it. So just letting y'all know. All right, this is for Roses. Maybe thought about it. Yeah, maybe thought about it. But I don't see any action here that they're going to do it. Shopaholic. Thank you for liking Shopaholic. I am getting a yes for Shopaholic. The Lovers. Brittany, yes. The paid questions donations start at 10. You're welcome, Bake. Facts, Luna, I hate twin flames. Everyone's on their own journey. Everyone goes through their own lessons, but I feel like twin flames are just full of contradictions, complications, challenges, and it's a hard connection. I feel like they get heavily over romanticized. I think if you want to go through a roller coaster of confusion and personal growth, pursue a twin flame. Oh, Emily, you're totally fine, girl. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of forgot, so it's no worries, no worries. You're welcome, Joanna. Sweet Rita, I don't answer questions regarding health, my friends. If you guys aren't sure what kind of questions that I answer, just check the disclaimer in the description, and it'll show you that I don't answer questions regarding legal, financial matters, health, medical, psychiatric concerns, or death dates. There's a list of things that I do readings on. So if you want to rephrase, Sweet Rita, feel free to do that. If something health related comes through in your reading, I will of course let you know, but I don't practice reading for health questions. Brittany, so 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is in like 3 minutes. It's okay. Personal growth has encouraged me to keep going, keeps me motivated. Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that then. And like I said, everyone's journey is their own. It's just not my cup of tea. All right, let's get through these last couple of questions before we move on to the free list. Ray, hello. Should I shoot my shot at Kirk? Go for it. Ace of Swords. Yes. Ajaz. Is this new person I met? Will this go somewhere positive? Let's go somewhere positive for Ajaz. I am getting a yes for you. 8 of Pentacles. It did come out kind of sideways, almost in reverse. So I would say with that, it is something that you'll both have to equally work at, like put effort into, because that can fade fast if not. But it does have potential here. Chibi. Chibi, I am getting a no, death and rebirth. Kayla. I have a yes for Kayla, 6 of Wands. Hello, Nat. I'm getting a yes for you, Ace of Cups. This is for Shar. I have a no, 5 of Wands for Shar. RM. I'm getting a yes for RM, High Priestess, and 4 of Wands. Okay, sweeter. I'll check that in a minute. Brittany, no. That's why in the subject, like the title of the video, it says 10 p.m. EST, like Eastern Standard Time. Oh, Amy, thank you for checking in. Enjoy your dinner. Have a good night, girl. Bake, thank you for the donation. I'm going to update the donation list here in just a second. Okay, sweeter. You're welcome, Shar. You're welcome, RM. You're welcome, Nat. All right, let's go ahead and update the donation list really quickly. Oh, Brittany, you're not dumb. No, it's okay. No worries. Like, hey, at least you asked, so that way you weren't like, wait, where did she go? Because I would have been done in 3 hours probably, and then you would have came back and been so confused. All right, let me check this message on Instagram real quick so I can know what Sweeter is talking about. Sweeter, I just responded to you. So for Brittany, if you want to go ahead and get your question prepped, we're going to get started on you next. And I have you for an in-depth. Hey, IJ, how are you? Welcome in. All right, this is for Brittany. Brittany says, what's going to happen between me and Eduardo? What's going to happen between Brittany and Eduardo? I feel almost like the tarot is telling a story right now. Like we're going in order here of what the trajectory is. All right. So I think that Brittany, I feel like Eduardo is going to give you another shot. Um, or like maybe he's leaning more into giving you another shot because looking at the trajectory of your reading, it makes me feel like you guys do find peace together with one another. So, hey, I speak. I'm doing good, girl. How are you? Yeah, Brittany, your trajectory in this reading indicates to me that he's opening his mind up a little bit more because every decision that we make changes the potential future outcome of what we're doing. And that makes me feel like he's come to some type of acceptance in his mind, or maybe being more open to your connection again, something like that. It's kind of telling a story here. So we start with the independent energy, which is basically like kind of where your connection left off, where there was a lot of things that we felt like were not like fully honest about. Maybe we felt like we were keeping things from each other, or one of us was. And then we have the Five of Cups, which talks about the loss and the sadness after maybe the disconnect or the breakup. And then it's showing me forgiveness, it's showing me healing and rising above the challenges through your own willpower. Then we have the Lovers here, which talks about forming a union again in romance and love. And we also have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, which indicates like a really perfect match. I think, Brittany, because you have learned your lesson, you will appreciate Eduardo a little bit more, because you will never put yourself in a position to ever hurt him again. And I think that's what makes this move forward. So he's as the King of Pentacles, you're as the Queen of Pentacles, which talks about like a most optimal match between the two of you. And then we see peace here. After heartache, heartbreak, we see peace being brought between the two of you. Rejuvenation, relaxation, relief, recovery. And so I think that there's a conversation that is had with the Judgment card where you guys kind of get things off of your chest and you provide clarity and confirmation to him that he's been needing from you. And that allows for a lot of healing to happen and maybe even forgiveness as well. This is something that's going to take some time, but I think that he has one more shot in him, one more chance in him to make this work. But he would need to feel very strongly that you were certain that he is what you want. Because if he feels like there's any questioning at all or uncertainty or whatever, he is going to be hesitant. So I think that the door is open back up, or is opening back up for you. Yes, that he says that like if he gives you a chance, it's the only one. So he would need to feel that, like, that conviction from you. You would have to really like plead your case to him and, say like, I know what it's like to be without you, and I made some mistakes, and I'm human, but I'm trying to own up to those. And um, all I can do is just tell you that because of what I've been through, I would appreciate you so much more, and I wouldn't take it for granted again. So I think that you would be able to soften him up. Like I said, this is something that's going to take some time, but I think that you guys could rebuild if you wanted to. I think you could rebuild from that connection, rise above the challenge, and bring peace between the two of you for sure, through your own free will. And remember, what I'm getting from this is that this is going to be mostly your effort. Like he might come to you 30% in the beginning, but you're going to have to go 70%. You're going to have to put more effort and energy into this until he feels like he can trust you again. And then you guys will rework that. So that's how I do it. What do you mean? He's a ding. I'm going to say that too. Yeah. Yeah. That's what's like going to make it complicated because he's very guarded right now, right? He's like, why am I going to put myself out there? Why am I going to put myself out there to get hurt again? Has she learned her lesson? Has she figured this out? Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wow, my voice is fucking up tonight. Um, so yeah, I think that he's shifting that option open, Brittany. But I think he needs to like you're gonna I hate to say it like this, but like you're gonna probably have to prove yourself for a little while, you know. Yes, exactly, Brittany. Exactly. Like you're gonna have to prove yourself. And like you might have to pursue him for a while yourself. Aw, Brittany. No, you're fine. I've been having like this weird thing lately. It's probably allergies. I never had allergies a day in my life, and then I turned 30, and suddenly I have allergies again, like all of a sudden, and they come in the spring and sometimes the fall. So don't blame yourself. Yeah, I mean, if we can connect this spiritually to the throat chakra, it would just indicate that there's a lot that's muddying up your voice box and like the things that have not been said that need to be said. And I think you need to give him the opportunity as well to speak his mind and say to you maybe some things that you might find hurtful, but he needs that opportunity to really like tell you how he's feeling as well. And you have to be strong enough to take it because in the end, you were the one that hurt him, you know? You're very welcome. All right. So next up, we have Bake. Bake, if you're here, please check in, my friends. Good, Brittany. I'm glad to hear it. Ari, dang, I'm so sorry, girl. Hey, Bake. If you want to let me know what your question is, I have you down for a mini reading. Have a good night, Brittany. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, so Bake says, I want to know the vibe on my twin flame connection. I feel doing the work and growing. I want to know the vibes. I miss her. All right, let's get this from her perspective because you know how you feel. So let's see how she's feeling. All right, so I feel like there's been times where she has tried, like, not tried, but considered reaching out to you. Like, I'm kind of seeing, like when someone's messaging you and you see like the bubbles pop up, like they're typing something and then nothing. So it's like I'm saying like, or hearing in my head like messages never sent, messages that were never sent, like just things that she was thinking to herself that maybe she wanted to send to you, maybe even typed up a whole thing and then just changed her mind and deleted it all. Because it feels very strongly like there's been like this desire maybe for communication that hasn't quite landed or hasn't quite come through. I do feel that your connection is very romantic in nature from her perspective. I think that I don't know. I don't know like what this is. I mean, you could probably answer this question, but I almost feel like she's hoping maybe to hear from you instead. But what it feels like is this block. Like it feels like she's saying, I want him to reach out or I want us to connect. But because we're not in a better place, I feel like it would be a waste of time. Like I almost am feeling from her that she is like, the next time I talk to Bake, I want to feel like when we connect that that the outcome can change. Like things can actually get better. Things can actually be better. And I feel like she feels like it would be a waste to reach out now because maybe not enough has changed. Now, maybe for you and your perspective, that's not accurate. But from her perspective, that's what it feels like. And I feel from her that she goes to communicate with you and stops herself, probably because she's missing you, but then is like, that's not going to change anything. Like me reaching out to Bake is just going to like hurt us both because we can't do anything about this right now. So it feels like, yeah, I don't know, but I will say for her, you do make her feel very special. She feels very like beautiful and ethereal, and when she thinks of you or she's around you even, she feels more beautiful. Now, I have heard this theory that when twin flames are in connection or they're around each other, they make each other more attractive. So maybe that's what she's talking about, is that when you guys are in communication or you guys are spending time around each other, that she feels more beautiful because she's close to you. Maybe that's what it is. I feel like from her perspective, she's trying really hard to kind of let things go and just like move forward without attachment, not trying to force anything. And I feel like there's a lot of introspection going on deep within her, underneath the surface. She feels a lot of like romantic feelings for you, and there are deep feelings there. It's just that she feels like it's just a ball of energy and she can't do anything with it. All I keep hearing is, if I send this message, if I reach out to Bake, nothing would change and it would be a waste. So, which I unintentionally rhymed. Let's see what you said. You said, because we both are growing, no, that's what it looks like. You're spot on. We're focused on us and growing, but we know the more we do the work, the closer we come together. We've been together multiple times. We bring out the best in each other. So like, that's how she feels. I think because of your lack of communication or disconnect, she's feeling like her wishes are kind of falling by the wayside right now. So I guess this is your time to put yourself first and her time to put herself first, in hopes that maybe that will change at some point. Did that answer your question, or would you like to add on? You're welcome, Bake. All right, next on the list we have IJ. IJ for an in-depth, no, a BOGO. IJ for a BOGO. For those of you who are just joining us, just want to throw it out there, there's a minimal wait right now. Right now I've got a BOGO, and then that's where the line ends at this time. So if you wanted to come in and not wait very long, now is a good time to do that. Yes. I've been feeling a lot of observant energy around me. Let me dig into that. God, that must be a weird feeling. I don't think I'd want that feeling. One reason I wouldn't ever want to be famous. People think fame is like a good thing, and it's not. You're never supposed to be that well known and have that much attention on you. And anyways, that feels, I wouldn't want that. All right, what is this observant energy? Interesting. What is this observant energy? It's like someone meditating with you in mind. They're like meditating for you. Maybe it's not a bad feeling. Maybe it's weird, but maybe it's not a bad feeling. Because it's almost like when someone prays for you, like that kind of feeling where it feels good. But I feel like this person's like meditating, thinking of you, going deep within their mind about this. Very like third eye chakra connection, maybe even trying to connect with you telepathically. We have Three of Pentacles. This is like friendship. Three of Pentacles is like friendship, but it's just below the Ace of Cups. So that indicates like someone who would like to turn this into something more like a love relationship. So I'm guessing a girl, not a guy. Getting girl energy. It's not a secret admirer, so it would be someone that you know. I'm just getting more information. Hold on. Um, I want to say this is like what it feels like is there's like one main person, like where a lot of this energy is coming from, but you also have like this kind of extra person off to the side that may not be focusing on you as deeply or as heavily. So I want to say that this energy you're picking up on is just one person. However, feeling a lot of observant energy around you when there might be someone else that has taken a liking to you, but maybe not as intense of a focus on you. It could be like another extra person that's watching you. Um, but what it feels like to me is like this manifestation thing. It feels almost like trying to make like a movie in their mind of what a life with you would be like. There's a lot of desire for a family, so maybe a lot of like visualization exercises as well. I asked if it was your person that you ask about, and I got the Six of Pentacles. That is a yes for me. So I think there's a main, I think the main girl is your girl, but I would not be surprised either if there's like an additional person that is also like taking a liking to you and paying attention to you. But to answer your question, it feels like someone who's almost like praying for you, praying over you, um, meditating to a life, a visualization that you guys could build together. Um, Lots of like love, healing, connection, very like, I don't know, just like wanting the best for you and the best for your connection, and potentially even sending you like telepathic communication if that's possible. Oh, that's sweet. But yeah, it feels like a prayer hybrid mixed with meditation and visualization. You're welcome. Whatever wants to come out. Okay. Let's see. I was just Googling something because this song just kind of like popped in my head. And I'm trying to read the lyrics to understand. So it's a song called You're Gonna Go Far, which maybe just the title of the song is enough of a message for you. It's a song called You're Gonna Go Far by Noah Kahan. So I don't know if it's like a message from your guides talking about the support that they're going to provide to you, or maybe a message that you need to hear. That was like really random. It's like an indie folksy song. Like I feel almost like this song is talking about wanting the best for someone else, and like it's almost talking about like getting out of a small town. I don't know. Now another song is getting stuck in my head. Hold on. Hold on one second. Why is this happening? Like all this music coming from it. Yeah, Noah Kahan. Okay, so like as I was talking, the song Small Town by John Mellencamp came through, so that was also interesting. But yeah, so the song's called You're Gonna Go Far by Noah Kahan, and like what it makes me feel like is like someone who gets left behind, not left behind, but like let's just put it this way, the song from the perspective could be from like an old friend to a friend. It could be like from a parent to a child. It could be from like an old lover to the other half or something. But it's basically makes me feel like get out of here while you still can. You're going to go far no matter what you do. You're supported. And even if we're still here, we'll be waiting for you. We'll be back, or you'll be back, and we'll be here waiting for you with open arms. Um, Almost like feeling like this happiness that someone got out there and lived their life and really went and did what it is that they wanted to do, and got out of that small town mentality and said like, we'll still be here, but we'll be waiting when you decide to come back. And like, we love this for you, we're happy for you, you're gonna go far, that kind of thing. So it's making me feel almost like, I don't know, like a message from spirit somehow. Hey, just me, my free list is closed, but you're more than welcome to donate. I think I know where this is stemming from. She just posted something earlier, and I just had a conversation with her about fear and not settling. I did have some trepidation about some things. Okay. Yeah, because it's making me wonder if maybe there's something going on here. Like you're saying you will be here when you'll be here when she leaves, and you'll be here when she comes back. Okay, I see. I see. So it makes me wonder, IJ, if like there's something going on here with like her wanting to kind of expand and spread her wings and maybe get out and do something different, do something even if it's scary. And it's like the message from spirit to you, and then maybe even from you to her. I feel like spirit wants you to know that they're proud of you for how far you've come. They're saying that you are going to go far, but also the perspective from you to her being like, I'll still be here when you, even if you leave for a little while, and I'll be here when you get back. It's kind of like the dynamic of your relationship a little bit is like while she's out finding herself, you're like, I'm still around or I'm still here. You got a lot of songs coming in for your reading, which is very interesting. So the other song that's coming through is Drops of Jupiter by Train. And it's kind of like about this person feeling as though like the person that they're supposed to be with or meant to be with is like trying to go find themselves, discover themselves, like, and you're kind of sitting there like, are you missing me while you're gone? Are you like wanting this the way that I'm wanting this? Did you find yourself while you were out there? So I don't know. I mean, are you it's yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. I'm like, it's hard to pinpoint specifically like who this is directed to, but the theme essentially is like get yourself out of your comfort zone. Her theme is get yourself out of your comfort zone, face your fears. Your theme is get yourself out of your comfort zone, like face your fears. Go find yourself, go discover yourself, pack up the car, you know. um I think you guys are also at this like place too with your connection that feels kind of like a precipice, you know, like a cliff, like a kind of standing on the edge where maybe you're realizing like how much focus she's and determination she has in putting into herself. And maybe you're not there yet, or if you'll maybe you won't ever get there, but the feeling of like when is she going to make me a priority? Because I feel like for her it's always been like I'm putting me first, I'm putting myself first, and you being like that's great, she should do that, I support that, more power to her, that's what's good. However, there's also this like feeling of neglect where it's like, well, damn, like how much do you have to put into yourself before you can like focus on this, that we have something special. And then maybe you might go round and round thinking, well, that's selfish of me because, you know, she deserves to do this on her own. And, you know, she didn't make any promises to me. She didn't make any guarantees to me. This is not really fair for me. And then maybe a little imposter syndrome, kind of like, you know, like, who am I to even like have feelings about this? And I feel, IJ, you're a very like selfless person. So maybe these feelings don't really come up for you, but if they do, it's valid. But I feel like no matter how many blessings she sends your way and how much she prays over you and how much she visualizes, you know, those feelings are there. That power, that connection is there. But if we're not backing it up with action, we could literally live on the fantasy for the rest of our life. And I feel like for her, because she's so self-focused, not self-centered, but self-focused, it can make it a little bit complicated here for your connection. I know you don't read tarot, or at least I don't think you do, but this is a very conflicting tarot reading spread. Hey, I speak. Welcome back. What's up, girl? You've like some major arcana here. You've got telepathy, intensity, connection. You have give and take, but then you have like, I need to be a free spirit. I need to be on my own. So how can you have receptivity and generosity, but also want to beat to the, your own drum? And then we have focusing on work, focusing on self, but trying to not force things and trying to let things go and trying to honor the natural flow of things and not force things. And then the introspection and the perspective here that we gain, trying to find balance, the things that we keep underneath the surface, the things we don't talk about, wanting to make an offer to you, wanting to tell you how she feels, but I need to go on my own journey. I need to be on my own. As you can see, this is very conflicting information. And I don't really know what to conclude from that. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to conclude anything from it because you said just whatever comes out. But it feels like big moves are being made. It's potentially she's even considering literally moving herself, like moving to a different place, or spending like a dual citizenship somewhere between here and somewhere else. Yeah, I don't know. Wow, this is a reflective of the confusing human experience, but it makes sense to me. Okay. Well, I'm glad that it makes sense to you. I think if nothing else, you can walk away knowing you're not necessarily closer, but you're not really farther either. And I feel like she puts a lot of respect on your name and a lot of love and care and tenderness in your direction. And I feel like she thinks very highly of you. And I think that if a relationship was a priority for her at this time, game over. So I don't know what you can take away with that, but do with it what you will. Hey, Ray. Thanks for the donation, girl. You're going to be next. You're welcome, IJ. I know that you guys have such a special connection, so like I'm always going to root for the two of you. I mean, it really seems like such a perfect match from the outside. So, I speak. What are you up to? Oh, you said I'm doing good. I heard you before, but had to leave the room. Oh. What did I say before? IJ, have a good night. Thank you so much for the donation this evening. Oh. Well, good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Would you say that you're doing better than the last time we spoke? All right, we're doing a general for Ray. All right, so I'm not getting love for you in this reading. You have a lot of pentacles. That's telling me that the focus right now is on your finances. The Queen of Pentacles coming through is making me feel like this maybe. Well, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who's kind of like I can do it at all. I can manage it all. I can multitask. Like I can work and I can manage my home. Like I've got it under control. The Queen of Pentacles is kind of like a workaholic a little bit. I feel like there's this desire for job security with the Queen of Pentacles. This person has a whole entire plan. Like they know what they're doing, they know what they want to do. And so if you relate to that, but maybe not fully, that could indicate that this is the potential of where you are heading and where you can go. It can also speak to some of the desires that you might have on your heart when it comes to your career that maybe you have not achieved yet. I see at this time, and whenever I do a general, I always think like within the next 3 months. I feel as though there's some type of exchanging at hand. You're being very careful about how you're spending your money. You're being very, very conscientious, and you're saying, if it's worth it to me, I will spend the money. I will do what needs to be done because I have like money exchanging hands here, meaning that you will be spending, but you're going to be very conscientious about it. You're not just going to give it away to anybody. So that can speak to themes of saving, making sure that if you are spending money, it's going towards like a big goal for yourself. So like maybe you're holding on to your money until you can make a big purchase of some sort, like a car or a house or a deposit on an apartment or something along those lines. Or maybe you're saving big for like a trip, something like that. It's just like being very careful about how it is that you're spending money. And this also speaks to themes like you see something online, you like it, but maybe you're not ready to pull the trigger. So it's sitting in your cart for a while. You're doing research, you're looking up reviews, you're making sure that this is definitely the purchase that you want to make. I feel almost like during the next 3 months, like I said, you're not necessarily afraid to spend money, but you're very mindful and very careful about how it is you're doing this. You have the Justice card here, which indicates like a lot of mental thought that's going on behind your career and behind your money and your finances and where you're spending those. I feel like maybe with the 9 of Wands, either you have gone through a turbulent time with your career, and you're just kind of like nearing the end of that now, or nearing the finish line within the next 3 months. Or this could speak to something that you will experience over the next 3 months, maybe. But it feels like there's a finish line here for you somewhere. So maybe your career will feel more stable and maybe you'll feel maybe more grounded. We do have the justice card in the center of the reading. This speaks to getting your justice. So, like, if someone or something has done you wrong, feeling like by the end of this next 3 months, or even now potentially, that you feel like whatever wrong was done to you is being brought to light and you get that vindication that you've been looking for. Justice speaks to like being fair and getting what it is that you deserve. And I also have here with the wheel, as this might be a very lucky time for you over the next 3 months when it comes to career and finances, indicating that maybe what it is that you want or have been hoping for to happen will happen. The wheel is all about karma. It's all about what comes around goes around. So with the justice card here, it indicates to me that what good you've put out will come back to you tenfold. And what if someone else has done you wrong, or you feel that you've been wronged or something like that, is that this will be brought to justice for you. So maybe maybe in design, like, I can't even remember where you are in your career, so if you want to tell me, you can. But this either speaks to feeling more grounded and stable in a current career, or feeling like you have the opportunity to move forward into a different company or a different place, a different location, and feeling like you're getting that respect that you deserve, and reaching that potential that you're looking for in that new place even. So Ray, that is what I have for you. Lots of like career financial stuff, not necessarily love, but you said whatever comes through. So that's what I have for you. I speak. Anything good on tap for dinner tonight? You want a promotion in your career? I think you're going to get that, girl. I think you're going to get that. I do. Okay, so remember how I said you're going to get your justice? You're going to get your justice. So, like, what this is telling me is that that reference will be completed. It's going to have to be. Because you have luck on your side, and you have, like, what you feel is, like, someone trying to hold you back and not giving what you deserve, and that's coming back to you. So, I understand, they say, like, be careful what you're good at because you'll be doing it forever. I have had that happen to me a lot where I work, which is why I choose to work for myself, because there were people who either were afraid I was going to come for their job, or I did my job so well they didn't want me to do anything else. That felt very stunted, and I was not about that. So black bean veggie burger with sriracha. I did spaghetti. We had spaghetti from last night, so I had leftovers for dinner. And it's with gluten-free pasta. And then I made my own Parmesan garlic toast to go with it, like my own Parmesan garlic bread to go with it, with gluten-free bread. And then roasted vegetables. So it was like asparagus, cauliflower, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts. So that was really good. You're welcome, Ray. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Remember that these events should play out within the next 3 months for you, okay? Oh my God, it's really good. It's so good. But I have been on, like, I always hyperfixate. Like, I always will make food and then be like, oh, I can eat on this for days on end. But lately I'm like, no. Lately I'm just like, that does not sound good. So I probably, and technically, like, yes, it was dinner, but because we go to bed at like 5 in the morning, I'll probably eat something again later tonight. I was thinking about maybe doing like a breakfast sandwich or something. So we'll see. I just want something a little different, but it's really good though. It's really delicious. And then I'll probably make like some of the vegetables on the side. You know, I'm always down to talk food with you. All right. So I just checked and we just got through all of our donations for the night. Let's see. I think I'll just stay on for a little while longer, but if nothing else comes through, then I'll probably sign off. I just realized how late it was. It's like 11 o'clock. I've been so tired today. I slept in so late and then I took another nap. So freaking sleepy. Love good, good, good. Love good, 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 good. Well, my Taurus moon loves some food. That's where I find my emotional comfort for sure. What have you been up to today? Did you work? Oh, nice. That's awesome. I'm glad that you got some rest. Oh, me, rest. Literally sleeping so freaking late. I woke up at 2 and then I slept again from like 6:30 to 8. Got some stuff done around the house, you know, like dishes and laundry and all that boring shit, but I definitely have been struggling today, like heavy fatigue, just really, really sleepy. So no, today wasn't a day off technically, but I did get a lot of hours of rest in, which was good for me. Just overall pretty boring. My brother is in town from Connecticut. He came in yesterday. He called me, and so he's going to be here till Tuesday, and it's his birthday on Monday. So I think we're all going to get together on Saturday night and hang out and probably do like some food and games and stuff. So that's like the only quote unquote exciting thing that I have going on this week. But it's just slow. I just didn't realize March was going to be such a slow month. I feel like it's slow just in life in general. I feel like it's slow online. I don't know what's going on. I keep going back and forth if I should go live over on TikTok for like 30 minutes. I kind of want to build my account over there, but it's like after I go live over here, I get so tired. Why my sleep schedule is different. So my husband works at night. Hey, Fatima, you can donate $5 for that question if you'd like. or I'm sorry, $8 because you're asking when. $8. We'll look into that for you. But if you were looking for a free question, you'll have to wait till tomorrow. So my husband works overnight. He works like the night. Actually, it's not overnight. It's like the night shift. So he leaves for work like around dinner time, like everyone else's dinner time, and he comes home around 1:32. So, and like before when I was working like doing live streams and stuff, it was always better for me to work at night anyways, because if I tried to go live during the day, people were at work and nobody was able to really get readings. So once he switched to the night shift back in April of last year, so almost a year now, we've been trying to work on the same schedule because it made sense for me to work while he's at work. And then switching to his schedule allows, hold on. Oh my gosh, sneeze came out of nowhere. Allows me to spend time with him. Otherwise, we would be two ships passing in the night all the time. So basically, his day starts at like 2 in the afternoon, and like my day starts at 2 in the afternoon. And sometimes we see each other for a little bit before he leaves for work, or I might still be sleeping. And then he comes home, like I said, around 1:45. And then like he'll shower and stuff, and we'll maybe eat some food if I haven't eaten yet. And then we'll watch some TV, and we stay up together till like 4:15, and then get ready for bed and go to bed together, because it's like the only connection that we have is that little like 2-hour window after he comes home from work. And just because it makes more sense for me to stream at night, and because I make my own schedule, I was like, well, why am I going to work a completely opposite schedule from him? That doesn't make sense. So that potentially will change if he switches departments or if he changes his schedule at all. But he makes more money working at night anyways, so it's not like we're in a huge hurry for this to change. And it was really hard during the winter time when it was getting dark at like 5 p.m. because I would literally wake up and then like it was getting dark an hour earlier or an hour later, and that was rough, especially because I get vitamin D deficient really easily. But now that the time has changed and it's not getting dark until like 8:39 where I'm at, and it's not so bad. So we'll see. We'll see if that changes at some point. But I'm not going to change my schedule unless and until he changes his, because it's just easier this way. It was a big adjustment. We're used to it by now, but it was a big adjustment before because he worked from home. Basically, since 2020, he worked from home. So I literally could go in on his breaks. He could take a nap on his lunch breaks and things like that. And now he's not here. So that was tough. But time goes by a lot faster than you'd think. I miss him, but it's not like it goes by super slow. And I'm like counting down the hours. I find ways to fill my time when he's not here. But it's not easy. Yeah. It's not easy when everybody else, when the whole world is like 9 to 5 and you're like 5 to 2, like that's not an easy thing, because then when you try to make plans with other people, it's like no one's available because everyone's already had their day. The only thing I can say is that when he was able to switch, I think it was in September, he was able to switch to weekends off. That made it easier, because before he was off Mondays and Tuesdays, and he worked Wednesday through Sunday, and he worked at night, and it was like we couldn't make plans with anyone because he was working all weekend, and that's usually when people have off, and then he's working at night and people are usually asleep. So it's like that's probably the toughest part, is like the whole world is functioning at a certain time frame, and then you're out there. So it's like if I need to get to the post office before it closed, I have to like set my alarm and things like that. You know, I'm usually out shopping when other people are already like putting their kids to bed. Like, it's weird. Yeah, I mean, it does work for us for now. You feel like you're a little different if you go to sleep at 12 a.m. or anytime past that time. Let's say I wake up at 10 a.m. I'm not well rested. I need to be in bed by 10:30. Yeah, your job is late, so it affects you a bit. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, I completely get that. Like, needing to go to bed by a certain time. Like, you're basically like, it doesn't really matter what time I wake up to feel rested. I need to go to bed by a certain time to feel rested. So, like, I completely get that. Well, are you in bed right now? I'm a night owl, though. I think I've always been this way. And everyone talks about how, like, it's not good for you. Your circadian rhythm is off, da da da. And while that may be true, I always take pride in the conversation around, well, back when people were sleeping outside underneath the stars, you always needed someone up at night to keep watch of predators or other people. And so there are some people that are programmed to be awake during the night hours because they would watch over that specific group of people. And I feel like that's how I am. Like, I would rather be up at night and sleep during the day. It's more so trying to be compatible with everyone else's schedule that makes me not want to be like that. Oh, your day off, so you stay up. I got you. Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It's an interesting topic. I don't know where I get this from, to be honest. I would be happy to go back to a regular schedule. It would be weird, but I would be fine with that. I just don't do it because I want to be able to spend time with Brennan. And it's the only way that we can spend time together. It's like that little like hour or two that we have to connect, to spend time together however we want. Like, that really gets us through the week. And then of course we spend all weekend together. So like, that makes it easier. I know. I'm like, I need to see him. Oh my gosh. It'd be so weird. I mean, because there's some nights where I'm just so tired. I'm like, hon, I can't stay up tonight. I need to go to bed. And I'm like in bed like an hour before him, and like, that feels weird. But yeah, I'm curious what is going on lately with tarot readings. I'm like, am I on the wrong platform? Should I be going live over on TikTok or something? Because I feel like it's just not happening over here on YouTube anymore. I don't have like, I can't find new people. TikTok isn't pushing me out the way they used to. I'm like, what is going on? I found that like the last couple of Fridays have been pretty good. And when I work Saturday night, it's pretty decent. But it's like Monday through Wednesday or Thursday is like rough. And it's been a really slow week. So I'm like, what do I need to do? You don't think it's me? You think it's everyone? Oh yeah. I mean, obviously. Well, thank you for that. I wasn't taking it personally, but because it's not that people aren't donating, or people are like, if people come in, they're donating. It's just that people aren't coming in. That's like the thing where I'm just like, where is everyone? Even over on Instagram where I'm sharing like, oh hey, I'm going live or whatever, I find like I'm not seeing as many people like noticing my story and stuff. So I'm over here like, do I need to change my schedule? Like, do I need to change? Like, this week I did some experiments. Like, I was like on at like 11, and then I was on at like 7 last night, 6:45. Tonight I did like a 9:30. So I feel like it's new, but to be completely honest with you, it pretty much kind of started slowing down since the beginning of the new year. I've got my nights where it's pretty busy. I notice those to be more Friday, Saturday, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to get on a Sunday. I haven't done a Sunday in a while, but it's just tough because like I used to be busy all week long. Like I have things that I want to do. Like I want to do a tarot reading course because I see people over on TikTok talking about how they want to learn. I was thinking about offering like a tarot course, not necessarily like learning how to do tarot, but like how to build a business doing tarot. So that's kind of been swirling around in my mind. I don't know. It's just kind of, but I feel like this is kind of how it was last year though, during this time. And then it was like May, June, July, August, we're like bumping. I was like busy as heck. So I don't know what the trend is or why that's happening, but I'm not blaming anybody or anything. It's more like, what do I need to do? Like, how do I need to change and adapt to this new process that's going on? That's what I was thinking about doing. The frustrating part about TikTok right now is that they don't have StreamYard compatibility, and I can't connect to my like this camera on TikTok. So I'd have to use my cell phone, which is not a problem, but it's a little more technologically like complicated. But yeah, I think that might be something that I have to do to adapt. Let's go live over on TikTok too. Have I seen Benny and Selena Gomez? Have I seen them? What do you mean? Like, do I know they're together? Do I know they're engaged or something? Did something happen? But yeah, I have seen them. Yeah, it's a process, but I'm always adapting, like I've never been the type of reader. I mean, you go back even a year from before, like you'll see I'm offering different types of readings. I've changed a lot since I started back in 2020. My thoughts. I feel like he's extremely into her. I think he's very in love with her, and I think that he really feels like he's found his person. I think that I feel like she's in love with the idea of being in love. I feel like she's probably loves him. She probably cares about him. But I do think that there's probably some internal like conflict if this is the right person for her. And I think that there could be some like underlying like issues. I do think that if there's toxicity, it's from her. And I think he handles it the best way he can. And maybe sometimes his reactions aren't very healthy to her toxicity. But I do feel like he's very into her. And I think that she likes that she's in the spotlight as like the person that's getting engaged. She probably really likes the wedding planning. Something tells me is that she got together with him and it's like somehow they got engaged on accident. That's what it feels like. It's like she was dating him for now and didn't realize that he was going to propose. That's what it feels like almost. Like she didn't know. It's not like they had, it's not like they were talking about getting married. I think that she mentioned to him she wants to get married. I think that he knows that was very important to her. But I feel like it was almost like an accidental engagement because I feel almost like she didn't know that that's where this was heading. And I think that she said yes because when you're swept up in the moment, it's such a good feeling. Being able to tell people you're engaged, being able to be happy. I don't know. It's interesting on the outside. Like, I almost feel like she thinks she's in love with him or something. Like, she's like in love with the idea of being in love. But I think that deep down, I don't know if he's the one that she truly would want to spend the rest of her life with. Like, I feel almost like the feelings that she gets from him aren't the feelings that she thought she would feel. Like, she thought she would feel a certain way when she got engaged, and she thought she would feel a certain way about the person that she's marrying. And she doesn't have those types of feelings for him, and she thought that she would feel different when she was getting engaged. Are you referring to Justin or someone else? Yeah. Um it's funny how intertwined their relationship is, just because it happened when they were so young. But I feel like it wasn't necessarily a direct like clap back or whatever to Justin. I think she really said yes because she wanted to for herself. But I think that the feelings that she felt with Justin, she does not get those feelings with Benny. And I think that I don't know like how else to explain it, but I feel like she just thought that when she got engaged, she would feel different. I think she's likes the publicity going around that she's engaged. She loves probably knowing that Justin knows, because it feels kind of like a ha ha, in your face. Like, I found someone who wants to be with me and be engaged to me. And that must feel really good to feel vindicated in that way. I do think she'll go through with the wedding because of fear of like scrutiny if she doesn't. But I don't think it's a marriage that will last. I think she's going to go through all of it just because of the fairy tale, the wedding, the planning. Um, and maybe she does feel like she's in love with Benny, but it just doesn't seem like a relationship that's going to last. I don't think she'll call it off beforehand. That's obviously a possibility. But I think that he treats her really well. And I think that she would feel like she doesn't have a reason to call it off. So she wouldn't. Um, but I think that in her heart of hearts, she would probably know that this isn't going to be forever. And if she hasn't gotten to that point yet, she will. Yeah. That's what it feels like. I mean, those are my thoughts, but I kind of feel like Justin was in the same situation. I feel like Selena and Justin walk a very similar path. It's not connected, but it's parallel to each other. I feel like Justin felt the same way getting married to Haley. I felt like he thought, oh, this is what everyone wants of me. I'm supposed to be happy. Like, she's beautiful and she treats me well. But I feel like he probably also was thinking, like, am I going to be with this person forever? Is this how I'm supposed to feel on my wedding day? Yeah, I don't think they're for each other either. I definitely agree with that. Yeah. No, I mean they went through what they went through, and I think it would be more of a train wreck to get back together. Um I think that she needs to go her way with Benny and he needs to continue his path with Haley. Whatever ends up happening with those couples is whatever happens, but I don't think that getting back together it probably would be even more explosive and bad for them. to get back together. They would probably bring up a lot of triggers for each other. But I do think Justin is spiraling. I think we saw that happening back when all the Diddy stuff came out. And then finding out after the Diddy stuff that Haley was having his baby. And then now Selena getting engaged. And as they say, the one who moves on first moves on worst. And he moved on first. She took the time to sit and heal, and he didn't. And now he's suffering the consequences of those actions. Specifically with Selena, not with anything else. The tea is real. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't surprise me, I speak, because they were young, and he went through his own abuse. And so a lot of times when you're young and you go through abuse, you don't understand that that's not okay. And I think that there's a lot of relationships, like if you see abusive relationships, or you are in an abusive relationship, you don't realize that's not okay. You think that's just normal. And I think also pairing that alongside immaturity, you don't really see the consequences of these actions until it's well after the fact. I think Selena has a history of being with people who are very toxic for her. And I think that is probably one of the reasons she's agreed to marry Benny, because he doesn't exhibit those signs that she's used to. He might have his own set of red flags, but they're not the same kind of red flags she's used to. And so she is like, oh, this is a great guy. This is a good guy. He's in love with me. She's not so much thinking about her feelings for him. She's thinking more about how he feels and treats her. And I think that's what the gas that's fueling this is. She just continues to look at how he treats her and how he loves her and all of this. And she's like, this is what it's supposed to be, without taking into account what she's actually feeling right now. Oh, yeah. I can imagine. Oh, she dated The Weeknd? Shit. Yeah, probably so. So when someone's showing you different red flags that you're used to, they look like green flags, because if you're used to someone lying to you all the time, gaslighting you all the time, cheating on you all the time, mentally abusing you all the time, physically abusing you all the time, and you meet somebody who's like the complete opposite of that, Benny might come with his own set of baggage. He might have his own problems. But again, they're not red flags to her because she's not used to that kind of treatment. And so she might be overlooking certain things. Maybe he's gluttonous, maybe he just wants to like eat and sit at home and indulge all the time. Maybe he is, I don't fucking know. I'm just basically saying, like, everybody has their own baggage, and it's just like, is this something that someone else wants to deal with or not? And I think because she's like, oh, he treats me so well, he doesn't gaslight me, he doesn't lie to me, he follows through with his promises, he's this and that. I mean, her bar is really low. So yep, she's in love with the idea of him, so she stays. Exactly. And here's the thing, she doesn't have a reason to leave him. She doesn't have a reason to say no. And I think she fears judgment as well. So it's like, if she breaks it off, what is she going to tell people? Why did we break it off? She feels like she has to have a reason, because she's always had a reason before. It's been easy for her before. He cheated on me. He lied to me. He gaslit me. He abused me. Like, she always had a reason to break things off with people. She wouldn't have a quote unquote reason with Benny. And so she stays, because I think Selena really hates being judged. I mean, who likes being judged? Nobody likes being judged, but I think she really hates it. And I think that she's I think she's afraid of being looked at as like the person that broke Benny's heart, because people are harsh. People don't know everything. They don't know everything that's going on. You can't force yourself to feel something if you don't. But she would feel like she has to defend herself and she wouldn't be able to. So he would have to do something like be unfaithful or something like that for her to feel justified to break that off with him. Yeah. I mean, you never know. You never know like how things are going to play out. I do think they'll get married. But something inside says that she's going to be looking for something more. Once all the like newlywed bliss and everything like that wears off and she faces and sits with the fact that she's going to be with this man for the rest of her life, that's when I think things are going to go downhill for her. You know, I was going to ask you if she can even carry, because I was going to say I don't see her be getting pregnant. Yeah, maybe adoption, maybe. But it was so weird because I had no idea that she couldn't carry. I just knew that she had lupus. But my mom has lupus and she had 5 kids. So I didn't really think much about fertility journey. But I was like, yeah, I don't think she can have kids. That's weird that I had that thought because I didn't know that. Well, girl, it was good chatting with you tonight. This was fun. Oh, because of her condition. Yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and sign off because it is dead up in here. So I'm going to work out for a little bit and then, yeah, maybe tomorrow will be the night. Have a good night, girl. Sleep tight.